inyong alagad pang Biyernes nga edisyon. Kung sa ako nag-ingon kaganiha atong makauban karon si Cagayan de Oro City Mayor Oscar Moreno, uban usab nato karon atong station manager si Vitas Gilberto. May buntag Mayor, Happy New Year.
Hi, Romy. Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy
Buntag
New
po,
Year,
Vitas.
Mayor.
Happy New Year sa imo ug sa tanan yung mga kauban din sa DXIM, and I understand this is also being played sa DXRG. Sa Dakbayan Singog, may buntag sa inyong sister station. Atong mga kiksunans, Cagayan de Oro and the rest of Northern Mindanao, may buntag kaninyong tanan and Happy New Year.
Nilabay ang New Year Mayor nga walay injured nga atong mga kaigsunan sa Cagayan de Oro.
Kali sa Diyos, no? And of course, I closely monitor the situation, although I was in Manila, celebrate the New Year with my family. Pero kang yun, tuntok, and mismo ako dito, walay fireworks. Naman, di naman usong, nagya po yung fireworks dito, pero minus na di pareho ito una nga, swerte kag na kay makitang kanto nga walay fireworks. Pero karon dako na kayo ang pagbahar. And people are certainly more conscious of the dangers fireworks, and while we want to celebrate the New Year as best as we can, kansad naasad ang kabalaka sa injuries. So importante sa New Year is atong welcome ang bagong tuig, smiling and with high hopes and with our families.
Thank you, sir. Please.
Happy New Year, Mayor.
Happy New Year dito.
Mayor, gingon nila nga every New Year is a fresh start,
New beginnings, no? For you ba, Mayor, nga naana sa imong hinapos na nga term as Mayor, will you still be looking forward to fresh starts or continuation lang bagyod tanan sa imong term?
Kung yun, lugar, ang importante is, it's a continuation, but at the same time, you want to improve on the momentum, no? Importante maguning momentum, labi na sa public service, dili sa yon ang pag-gather sa momentum. Ang kwan siguro, as an explanation na pareho na sakyanan nga painit sa makina and all that, no? And di yun may mong pakusugan dahil diretso, you have to gather speed, no? And pakusugan diretso kasi mo buto niya yung makina. So mugya po na sa bisan sa atong lawas o sa gobyerno ang operations, ang what you call that, pagpahigayon sa serbisyo, no? Kay every service requires a process. Every activity requires a process, no? No matter how small it may be, education service, health service, infrastructure service, every kind of service requires a process. The process of planning, the process of conceptualizing, the process of preparing, and the process of procurement, and the process of implementation. Kung ka na ditas, no? The more conscious the bureaucracy is of these processes na kinahanglan subayon, the more efficient the government becomes. And the more efficient the government becomes, the better the services are delivered. And the better the services are delivered, the better results are produced. And the better results are produced, there will be more jobs, more investments, more business activity, etc. So one leads to momentum, and then importante dyan is sustain na gini mong momentum para the processes become automatic, no? Ang thinking process sa bureaucracia becomes automatic. Okay, we prepare now for the projects that are going to be lined up, etc. You cannot be contented na nahimo mo na ni nga dalan, pauwi ka na dayon. No, wala pa na mahuman nga dalan, una ka na sa kung saan na sunod. So, you go through the same process of kanalaging planning, conceptualizing, preparing, procurement, and implementation. Pag yun, once nga it becomes automatic, kuan na lugar, mayo na ang kanang ang efficiency is also improved. And kuan yun, lugar mo maging na ang biggest challenge sa executive branch, whether kapitan ka or mayor ka or gobernador ka or presidente or manager of an organization, mo ang challenge. How do you professionalize the bureaucracy? Okay, it is through the bureaucracy that the performance is delivered.
Thank you, Mayor.
Kaya kakita na ako, Mayor, nga mahimong mas malambuon pagayod ang Cagayan de Oro. Nga pwede ni sa imong ipasa nga do sa next administration.
Just from nanalitan ka ng health, which to me is the karon panahon na ang biggest challenges. Kung magyud gyapon, to me the biggest challenges are essentially the same: resettlement, health, and education. And although na ako'y daghan nga service deliveries, no, infrastructure, etc., agriculture, pero ang pinakabukat gyud are resettlement, health services, and education. Now, ang resettlement, I've been saying this time and again before, muna sila labing lisod nga service delivery. Kay you don't, when do you come up with resettlement programs? The most common is kung naay kalamidad. The most common is kung naay kalamidad. So there is aid that comes to the community, Gawad Kalinga, Habitat for Humanity, and many others, no? And then people donate and so on, no? Pero does it have to be so? Muna ang pangutana da. Does it have to be so? Do you have to have a calamity to be able to come up with resettlement programs? Lugar, ibalo ka na, when calamity strikes, you'll have to have casualties. Lugar, kining Ursula, lugar, pait kayo. Pila ang casualties, udagan na 100, no? And, kangyod, lugar, luoy kayo ba? And, kangyod ka ng, and unfortunately, many of those biktima sa mga inana are those living in areas that ought not to have been occupied. No? Kanang mga no-build zones. Look, it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Na nagpuyo sa mga alanganin nga lugar, simbako na ay baha, silang unang biktima. Kay no-build zone man, sunod mga shanties, etc. Sakit kayo, no? And then, after that, relief work comes, sunod na resettlement, relocation. Meron na sa iyo po yun dito sa kuan. Now, the challenge is, ang ako yung kuan is, let us begin delivering resettlement projects na walay kalamidad. No? We can do it on our own, in partnership with the national level, in partnership with all the agencies and the land developers kay nang atong kangyod na may balaod that requires land developers to allocate portion of their earnings, no, para sa socialized housing. Now, munay atong ginahimo, we have already signed some agreements with mga more or less mga 30 na ka mga land developers, no. We're now looking at two main projects, and last year ta nag-signing, and we hope that this year we can produce results already. Kay ang dugay kay diha ang planning, ang conceptualizing, dugay kay diha. Kay murag og land developer, murag kag land developer, murag kag subdivision developer, no? And that's exactly what the city is doing already. And I hope I'm murang kinisa siya. I know it's very challenging, very difficult, very complicated. Muna nga ako lang yung sige ga-explicar sa chod nato sa city housing urban and development. Sige ilagid nako silang pasabton nga the way I treat, the way I manage the chod department. Ako lagi silang pasabton nga I want to do it like we are a private company. Pasabton ako sila nga di mahimo pang gobyerno lang atong trabaho din eh. Kung pang gobyerno ang atong sistema, lisod kayo magmalamposon. Lisod gid kayo. Muna ako silang gisugyot, bisan tong sa Christmas party nila, bisan tong anniversary sa Sindong, December 16, mo gina pabalik-balik yun ko, no. Ang ako is kining chud, we need to show results, and I hope by 2020 kining tuiga we'd be able to do that. The moment we'd be able to do that, everything else will be fairly simple. Pero it's very challenging, but I have no doubt that we can make it.
Sa itong mga relocation na projects, Mayor, i-consider na to kining mga tulok anda na nga building, di ba? Murag dormitory type.
Na mga ganang mga tenement type,
Oh.
no. The idea is we're saving on space. But at the same time, I know nga medyo magastos na siya kay ang kini mga buildings manggod kung one story lang barato siya. Kumpara sa 2 stories or worse kung 3 stories or 4 stories. Mas taas, mas mahal, no? Pareho ng atong mga classrooms. Barato man kayo kung 1 story lang. Pero kung mag 2 stories ka or mag 4 stories ka, mahal gyud. Kay ang structure has to be stronger and so on and so forth, no? Mo gyapon sa relocation. But we feel nga kinahanglan nato ang strategic, call it the strategic model, no? Anong milestone. Gusto nato na mahimo, Romy, kay parang ang kung dayon dili na dayon lisod ang sunod ng mga projects, no. Ang inana mo gina wherever you go, the first is always the most difficult one, no. And kay kanang learning curve niya, you go through the process for the first time, no. And ako sang pasabot ang short, ina ko sila let's not be delusioned tungod kay kita ng housing department we already know how to do it, no. We have to learn. And salamat ko kang Engineer Erwin Pimentel for the patience and for the leadership, no. Pero kalay si Diyos, man, so far so good. And I hope na, like I said, we would be able to show concrete results by this year. Okay, the moment that you're able to do that, ang sunod ng mga projects, dili na layo. Di na layo. And we can do a lot more. Okay, bottom line, ina ko lagi silang, let us not have this frame of mind or this mindset nga the next relocation project will come after a calamity. No. Okay, in the first place, ingon ako, no more sindong. Di na nato pabalikon ang sindong. Di na yun, under any circumstance, di na yun pabalikon. So, ayuhon na to atong disaster preparedness, ayuhon na to atong mga resettlement programs, and then we come up with resettlement programs nga kung yun ka ng mahimong modelo. Dili na ni libre.
Ano ba yun?
Dili na ni libre. Pero kung man na may SHFC, Socialized Housing Finance Corporation, na ang national government is also very much interested to deliver housing projects, so we can do that together.
Gani, doon yung mga proyekto, sir, nga yuta lang ang pwedeng available.
Yes.
Sila rin magtukod sa ilang balay.
Lisod na. It can be done, pero mas maayo na siya sa kanang mga pag-ibig, kanang maka-afford ba kay kung yuta lang, kung sa low cost na pwede sad nga kalandrakas na yung mga balay niya, sunod mga kuan lang. It can also be kung di pa kaya, kung mag-budget of less than 300, luwi kita lang ang mga balay.
Sagol-sagol.
Oo. Kung gidya ang kanang yuta lang munang mga mid to high level subdivisions, and we have plenty here already in Cagayan de Oro. Daga na po mga developers kasulod. Musan na nga talking about ni anang inana kali sa Diyos kay kung maayo ang atong pag-implementar sa resettlement program, we become attractive also for land developers. Kay hibalo sila nga nakasabot kita sa ila. So concept sila, they'll be confident nga they'll be on ang city government is not a stranger sa mga inana. Nakasabot ang city government, and they can, I think, expect nga sa atong pagsabot maalalayan po sila. Like ng mga dalan, mga anak, maalalayan sila. Mga eskwelahan, mga health centers. Kinahanglan magyapon na sa bisan sa kanang mga development programs. Kinahanglan na. So we're putting up child development centers sa mga resettlement programs. Kanang mga gitawag na daycare centers and health centers. And then big schools in areas where there are many resettlement areas. Yeah.